Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to change the SSL, HSL, hue, saturation and lightness of a live camera preview and image capture in Flutter Android application using CameraX with Media 3 effect. Now first thing is you require at least Flutter 3.32.0 because otherwise you will face lot of Gradle issues. So you should initialize a project with at least Flutter 3.32.0. Second thing is whatever code I will show you related to camera and this effect of changing SSL, it will be all native code. I'm not using any third-party library. It will be very difficult to do this with a third-party library. And the last thing is also the camera permission. We are writing a native code for that, so want to make it very clear at the start. So I have my app running. I'm using Android Studio to mirror my device because it has that inbuilt feature. Also, given that I'm mirroring my device, so output might be little bit laggy, just bear with me over here. So first it is asking me for camera permission. I'll just give that camera permission, and here you can see it has, again it is catching up. It has displayed, see here I have changed the HSL of a video. You can play with these values. So here you can see this is one of the, I'll just click on this take photo. Even the take photo button which you see is a native button. It's impossible, like at least for me, to do it in Flutter. Now here you can see I've captured the image, and the image which has been captured is displayed inside a Flutter image widget. So yeah, don't worry about that. So hopefully you got the point. That's what this video is about. Let's go through it. So first you will have to create a Flutter application. Then I have imported Dart.io, my camera view, material and services. Now here you might be seeing where is this my camera view is coming from. Here if you see, I'll just close this. Here we have created this my camera view.dart file. Now this should be your own project name, so don't copy my project name, otherwise you will get error. Now this is present by default. I have not changed anything. So here I have just changed this my home page. So it is a stateful widget. Like I said, this is only for Flutter Android application, so I'm only interested in Android camera permission. Okay, so here I have created a method channel as well for this, and as soon as init state is called, if platform is Android, then we just ask for camera permission. Here we invoke a method called get camera permission. Whatever result we get, we just assign it. If it is true, then we make this as true. Okay, then inside build, if this permission is granted, then we display our camera view, otherwise we display a text saying give camera permission. Now inside my camera view.dart, here I have imported Dart.io, I have imported Flutter material, I have imported Flutter services as well. Then this is a stateful widget. Okay, here we have created a method channel of camera view. Then here is our creation params as well. Now here we have a build method. If platform is Android, then we do all this stuff. For all other platform, we just display a placeholder. Now if the image has been captured, then this image URL is not equal to empty, then we just display the image using this image.file widget. Okay, else we display Android view, which will display our camera as well as our take photo button. Now this name is also very important because same name you have to use it on native Android side as well. And once the view has been created, we get this callback using all platform view created. So we have this method. With the help of that, we just do channel.set method call handler, passing an unhandle method, and here inside unhandle method we just listen for this send from native. So once we get the image URL over here, we just assign it to this particular variable. So yeah, that's it on the Flutter side. Next you will have to go to Android. You will have to go to app, go to build.gradle, and here you need to add these dependencies. So here you have to add camera core, camera 2, camera lifecycle, camera view. This camera media 3 effect is still in alpha, so if it does become stable, make sure you use the stable version, but at least it is alpha at the time of me recording this video. Then here we have this Android X media 3 effect as well, and here we have Android X constraint layout as well. Then you need to go to src main android manifest.xml. Here we have to use uses feature of camera, then you uses permission of camera, as well as write external storage for writing the image. This is only required till Android P. Then you need to go to kotlin main activity.kt. Keep your package name as it is, don't change your package name, and here you have to copy all these inputs. Now inside main activity you have to write all this code. So this is for requesting the camera permission. So here you can see we are getting the camera permission as well as write external storage permission. The method channel result is used for sending the data back to Flutter side. Here we override this on request permission result, and if all permissions are granted, we just do method result dot success of true and method result of success of false. And here we have one helper method as well, just to check whether we have provided all the required permissions or not. Here we override this particular configure Flutter engine method, and we register our camera view factory as well. Here you can see I'm using the same string which we have defined it on the Flutter side, and here we initialize this my camera view factory, which I will come back later on. Then here we have this method channel as well. Again, we need to use same name what we used on Dart side, and if the camera permission is granted, then we just request this camera permission from over here. So as soon as you call it from Flutter side, this is the main entry point, and once the user grants the permission, this on request permission results get called. So we will come over here. Now coming back to this Flutter channel camera view factory. So for this you need to create this particular kotlin file. Again, this should be your own package name which you can copy it from inactivity.kt. Rest everything you can copy from this code which I have shown. Like, this is a boilerplate code, you don't have to understand it. You just have to write it every time you want to embed a native Android view inside your Flutter application. So I'll simply show you all this code. So yeah, feel free to pause the video and just copy all this code. Now here we are initializing another kotlin file called my camera view. So for that we have to create this kotlin file. Again, I'll just quickly show it to you. So this should be your own package name. Now there are a lot of imports, so feel free to pause the video and just copy all these imports that are there. Then we are annotating this with @unstable API, because at the time of me recording this media 3 effect are still unstable. That's why we have to annotate this. So if it does become stable by the time you watch it, you don't require this. Then here we have this image capture process camera provider, our constraint layout. Preview view is basically the camera view which you see. Then here is our button as well. This is the method channel. Here is our camera executor service. Here is our file name format as well, for which basically we use for naming the file when we capture the photo. Then here we set the layout params. We assign the layout params to our constraint layout. Here we set the constraint set as well. Then we just assign the ID to our viewfinder, and we constrain it to the all sides of the screen, but from the bottom we leave 200 margin. Then here is our button as well. We set the text background color, set text color as well, and we add it to our constraint layout, and we constrain it to all sides, not to all sides but just to the bottom of our screen. And we add a click listener to our button as well. And then here we call this method setup camera. Inside setup camera we call start camera. We initialize our camera executor. Here we take photo as well. If image capture is not equal to null, then we initialize our simple date format. We initialize content values passing the display name, MIME type. If Android version greater than P, we also set the relative path. We do image capture dot output file options as well. Then we do image capture dot take picture, passing the output options. And here we override the on image saved method. And once the image has been captured, we get the URI of the image with the help of this method which I have written over here. Okay, so we are just sending the URI of the image back to Flutter side, shutting down our camera executor as well as unbinding our camera provider. So this method is basically used for getting the actual URI of the saved image. Then here we override this method, return our constraint layout. Inside dispose, we shut down our camera executor. Here is our start camera, for we use the aspect ratio strategy. Here is our resolution selector as well. Then here we have this process camera provider dot get instance. Then here we just do preview view dot builder set resolution selector as well. Here we initialize our image capture as well. Here we get hold of our default back camera. Then here we do use case group dot builder, add our preview use case as well as image capture use case. Here we initialize our media 3 effect as well. And here you can see we are doing the HSL adjustment, which is the hue, saturation, lightness. You can play around with this value, like change the hue, change the saturation as well as lightness to get the desired effect, whatever you feel like. Then add this media 3 effect to our use case group builder. We unbind our camera provider, bind it to the life cycle, and here we just do context compat dot get main executor, passing our context. So yeah, that's all there is to it. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comments. Bye.